honor to present also Chef Enrico Vera. I'll be quickly because we have running time here, but Chef already have a lot of works here, well, in Mexico and New York, and also a lot of works that doesn't are directly related just to food, but historic and all issues that he will present. So please, on the stage, Enrico Vera.
Gracias. Gracias. Hola, everyone. Es un placer estar aquí con ustedes. I think I'll speak in English just because most of us understand English here in San Francisco. So first, it's also quite an honor to be speaking after Alice. We're huge fans of yours, your work, your person, a guiding light to our industry, so thank you. I would like to start today by explaining what we're doing at Pujol for the past few months. This is a project that we have been envisioning for the last 2 years. When we moved to the new location at the restaurant, we realized that there were many things in our industry that, in the fine dining industry, that we didn't like. One of the main things that we didn't like was the negative impact that fine dining normally has on the customers and on the environment. So try to think like a normal tasting menu, a lot of courses, a lot of food waste when you're cutting the vegetables, and then a lot of damage to the customers because you're overfeeding them. So we wanted to change that at Pujol. We wanted to make sure that we were doing something that was healthy for our customers and for the planet. And with that in mind, we started to think, how can we have a positive impact instead of a negative impact? And how does that relate to fine dining? Because we love fine dining. We love the quality of fine dining. We love the execution of fine dining. So we started to think that the best way that we could have that positive impact was by closing our cycles, by not generating waste. And what we wanted to do is also to have that deliciousness of fine dining. And we realized that health and deliciousness are right within each other. So I would like to present a small video of that idea and a philosophy specifically on the dish, and then we'll talk about the ideas behind it. So basically, there's a saying that you are what you eat, right? And there's some Iberico hams in Spain that eat bellotas, right? And people say that those bellotas make the animal taste like bellotas, and it actually helps with the fat, but it also helps with the flavor. There's also a chef in New York, Dan Barber, that had some hazelnut farm next to his own farm, and he started doing bellotas with carrots. And he said that the carrots actually tasted like bellotas when you were composting those carrots. So we realized that we wanted a carrot that tasted a lot like carrot. And this is the dish that we're doing now. It's basically very simple. We go to the producer and buy those carrots. We take them back to the restaurant. We wanted to do julienne because we like knife cuts and we like that precision, but we didn't want to waste anything. So we used some of the leaves that resemble the delfino cilantro, and then we used some of the waste from the carrots to make a puree like you saw on the video. And then we send the carrot scraps back to the farmer, and we compost with those carrots with carrots, which is, I think, something that is very logical, no? That actually when you're composting, you compost with the same plant. Because if not, maybe our avocados will taste like carrots if you're composting avocado trees with carrots. So this is something that we're working on right now at Pujol, which is very simple, but it's also a lot of work because we have to separate our waste, our compost waste, and then trying to add more flavor. And it's something that is very common in pre-Hispanic cultures. I don't know if you're aware, but pre-Hispanic cultures used to leave some of the fruit to the earth. You'd never pick the entire season, but you always left something for the gods. So we're trying to resemble also our historic past by leaving some of our waste back to the farmer and back to the soil. And that soil, we have also understood that is the measurement of deliciousness. If you have a soil that is well composted, you have beautiful products. So we now basically with all of our growers are working on closing those cycles, doing the compost of the flavor, and then trying to make sure that the soil is healthy. So that we have like Alice said, we have not the relationship of health of the soil to the health of ourselves is through flavor. It's not, we shouldn't think of it as something that is magical, but actually something that is delicious. An avocado that is delicious is an avocado that comes from a healthy plant, and it's really healthy for us. So let's think about fine dining in terms of health, not, and therefore in terms of flavor. Thank you.